Alright guys, welcome to another Let's Watch / Talk where we check out the news trailer for movie Game of Show. And today we have the official reveal trailer for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. So let's go ahead and check it out together and we'll talk about it after. Let's go.
Attention passengers, face planting the tile is strictly prohibited.
Play it day one with Game Pass.
And there we go guys, that is the official reveal trailer for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4, which looks really good. Very excited to go ahead and play that when it drops. But we also have the Doomslayer Skater and the Revenant Skater included in the Digital Deluxe Edition. But guys, it is day one on Game Pass, so if you play it on Game Pass, I mean, why would you not? Then you just have to upgrade to the Digital Deluxe Edition, which gets you the bonus game music, the skate decks, and they create a skater apparel, okay? Or just get the full Digital Deluxe Edition and get that way. So that's up to you guys. But if you do pre-order though, just the simple pre-order, you do get the Foundry Demo Access, which has 2 playable skaters, 2 playable parks, and a limited soundtrack. There's not a whole set list there. Although if you do pre-order with the Digital Deluxe Edition, you do get access to the game 3 days earlier. So that's really cool versus the July 11th release, right? So guys, it's crazy. It's crazy that we're getting 3 and 4. I loved 1 and 2. The remake for 1 and 2 was done really well, and it blew everybody away because I don't think anybody was expecting Pro Skater 1 and 2 to be remade. There is some negatives though, just it's not all positives here guys, okay? I get that. But let's talk about the positives right now. We're getting Doomslayer and Revenant. That is awesome. That is great to see those guys there. Will we see other skaters that a lot of people got to unlock back in the day for 3 and 4? Hopefully, crossing fingers there. And also when it comes to the music, we don't know exactly what the full reveal of the soundtrack will be. I know a lot of people love the songs that came back and also new songs. I really don't know if all the songs came back for 1 and 2, though I think most of them did come back, and I know a lot of people were excited to just jump in and play the game, which I think it did really well. And the fact that it did good, we have 3 and 4. Okay, now moving on quickly to some negatives, and the fact is there's no campaign. There's going to be no free roam campaign in the 4th one. Apparently that's when it first came out. The 3rd one I think was still similar to 1 and 2, but once it got to 4, it kind of changed it up a little bit and had like little missions, if you will, with your skater, and you talked to people and you went around and did said missions, but it wasn't the 2-minute interval or 2-minute locked just free roam. It was legit free roam. You could do whatever you want and just went on and did the little missions that you had to do, which I think were kind of similar to the 2-minute ones, but I don't know exactly. Though that's a huge one. That's a huge negative for a lot of fans, and a lot of people who played 1, 2, 3, 4. Once they got to 4, I think they liked 4, they enjoyed 4, and they were hoping for that to be in 4, but the company did announce and confirm that they're not going to do that, and they're going to only have the 2-minute locked free roam and play to the maps of 3 and 4, which kind of sucks. I personally did not play neither of the games back in its heyday, okay? I'll admit that. But playing 1 and 2 was definitely a lot of fun, and also playing and checking out 3 and 4 will be great for me as a skate fan, because I played Skate 1, 2, and 3, and I love skating games in general. They're a lot of fun. So definitely it'll be great to jump in for me. But I can't help but not ignore what the other fans wanted, what the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4 fans wanted, and that's the free roam / missions. It kind of sucks that that feature's taken away. I feel like that's what happens with some remakes, or has happened to some remakes. I know some people were kind of throwing Modern Warfare 2 Remastered into the mix, into some topics, into the conversations, because that came out. I mean, that's a little different due to the fact that there's already a Call of Duty multiplayer at the time. So why would they release Modern Warfare 2 Remaster with multiplayer when there's already a multiplayer Call of Duty at the time? I guess that kind of makes sense. But yeah, I mean, because it happened with the first game with Modern Warfare 1 Remaster, so you know that makes sense. So now fast forward into this game. I'm sure there's other games as well, but fast forward into this one, I mean, why wouldn't you add that? You know, I feel like that's a missing part. And personally, for me, I did get to check out Thug, Tony Hawk's Underground. No, I think it was 2. I got to play that at my friend's house for a little while, and it was a lot of fun. It was definitely a lot of fun. I love the music, and it was great. I think I personally enjoyed it for the small amount that I played, and I know a lot of people were talking about how we're getting closer and closer to the Thug 1 and 2 remaster, or in this case, remake. But after them announcing what they're doing with 4 for the remake, a lot of people are being put down, for that. And it kind of sucks, because the company who are doing the remakes are doing a hell of a job. So props to them, props to Activision and all the other companies, right? The ones that are working on it, developers and whatnot. But damn, that just sucks that we're getting a mode taken away, and that sucks in any case for any game, for any type of game. Getting a mode taken away when it comes to a remaster or a remake, that sucks. So given that, not being able to have that option, it's a downer. It's definitely a downer. But that will not take away from checking out the maps again, seeing the remade maps, seeing the remade skaters and the boards and all the other content that will drop. I'm hoping this game does get more content, if that makes any sense. Maybe more maps, more ways to play together as a group, more ways to play cooperatively. I think the first 2 had a good amount, and for what it had, for the updates it got and everything, I think it was pretty solid. But I feel like with 3 and 4, they could go higher, they could go bigger, is what I'm trying to say. Though, guys, that doesn't be it for this Let's Watch / Talk. Looking really good. I'm excited for this release, and it's going to be a fun summer. It's going to be a hell of a summer this summer in 2025 with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 releasing day 1 on Game Pass, okay? And also, we have the Digital Deluxe Edition with all these different cool-looking boards, and Doomslayer, Revenant Skater, and who the heck knows who else will show up in the game or be unlockable, okay? Because I believe in the first 2, there were some secret unlocks as well, at least the remade game. There were I think there was 2 different characters you can secretly unlock, or just unlock by doing certain things. And that's really cool. Yes, guys, that is going to be it for this video. Hope you guys did enjoy. And are you guys excited for Pro Skater 3 and 4 to come back? And looking forward, maybe crossing our fingers there for a Thug 1 and 2 remake in the future. Because I think it's been, 4 or 5 years since they remade 1 and 2. So, I mean, I hope not to wait 4 or 5 years for Thug 1 and 2. But if it does include the campaign and the whole premise of the original game and just the modes and whatnot, the overall, the whole game, just the whole game from the original version, then I think it's worth it. For a 4 or 5 year wait, I think it's worth it. And we'll see what happens, guys. So, yeah, let me know in the comments below. Are you guys excited? Will you guys be grabbing this game once it drops? What are you guys looking forward to playing? Maps, music, skaters. Tony Hawk's going to be there, obviously, and a bunch of other great skaters and classic skaters, and also new skaters, like I said right there, right? And also different moves, different grabs, different tricks, different flips, and whatnot. It's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, that's it, guys. Take care. Stay amazing. I'll see y'all with the next one.